On the other side of that 50-year mortgage, though, it's going to keep you trapped in that home over 5 years. You're not paying any equity down. You're not paying any principal.
Real estate is the new gold. It's the largest value right now. So why would you not own something?
Welcome back to another episode of The Real Deal with Alan and Andrew. You are in the spot to be. We're going to keep it rocking. Hope you tuned in last week, but if not, welcome. How we feeling?
Feeling good. It's one of them days.
It's one of those days.
But hey, let's get to it.
Let's get it.
Everyone's social media in the news seeing this 50-year mortgage that's been announced.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they going through with it officially, but let's start off talking about that.
I was thinking they should just do a 6, 7, like 60, 70.
We ain't doing
Yeah, so I mean, my thoughts on the 50-year mortgage, I think it's clever, right? I think we need to have consistent innovation and, we've done it this way for quite a while. There's 10, 15, 30-year mortgages. So I like the idea of it. And there are some benefits where it will come into play. I mean, if you're an investor, it could potentially be beneficial for you to do a 50-year mortgage if you're looking at, a lower barrier to entry, because obviously the down payment amount should be lower. Your mortgage amount should be lower. So just for people to kind of understand what that would look like on a $500,000 mortgage, you would basically be paying over 50 years about 40% more interest. So you're almost paying $1 million in interest on that loan, where on a 30-year, it's significantly less. Why a 50-year mortgage would be beneficial is the monthly payments would be a little bit lower. So on that $500,000 mortgage, you'd be saving about $300 a month. So there are savings monthly, but you're paying dramatically higher interest rates.
The thing I would mention is it's a negative because you pay more over time.
Yeah.
But how many people really hold their home for 50 years?
That
and then
is
along
dead.
with that,
that has died.
And even if you do, let's say for me, I've had the house we bought in 2016, we still own it.
Yeah.
Right? But
let's be real. You're just holding on to that because you don't want to pay more.
Yeah. But not only that, it's an investment now.
Yeah.
So when we initially bought it, 2016, 3.5% interest rate.
Yeah.
Did we keep the same interest rate? Did we keep the same mortgage? No, we went from FHA refi to conventional.
Yep.
Dropped that rate from 3.5 to 2.5.
Hold up. This is a gem right here. Tell the world why you refinanced your FHA loan into a conventional loan.
So one, the biggest thing was there is on FHA, you have that mortgage insurance.
Yep.
So let's say a 3.5%, bought the house in 2016 when you could get a house for about $240,000. Think, what was it, 2021 when the rates dropped significantly. We switched over from that 3.5 to 2.5. My mortgage payment dropped, I want to say it was about $1,975 to $1,400. So that immediately turned it into, I think rents went up. So rents in the neighborhood about $2,400. So right there, I have $1,000 a month investment property.
Yeah, guys. So if you have an FHA mortgage and you've had it for a couple years, it's very important that you tap into your real estate agent, tap into your lender.
Yeah.
Because mortgage insurance premium is something that is automatically on every FHA loan, is a government-backed loan. But once you have paid off 80% of that loan, you're now able to refinance out of that loan into a conventional loan where you do not have to pay that mortgage insurance premium, which, like Alan said, will lower your monthly payment. It's huge. Most people, set it and go. They're not checking on the mortgage. It's just like taxes. It's like, every year the county is going to assess property taxes. Yeah. Some people just take it, pay it. Probably not last year because there was a dramatic hike in taxes here in San Antonio.
For sure.
So a lot of people, did go protest and fight those taxes, which if you're not doing that, reach out to somebody at Barlow Daily Realty and they're going to help you out with that.
For sure. So with that, if you were to, let's say, especially right now, you want to own real estate. We'll get into that a little later. If you cannot get a property right now because you're saying, man, that monthly payment is too high.
Yeah.
At a 30-year mortgage. Well, you get your entryway with the 50-year mortgage. It drops that monthly payment when rates go down right now. The whole reason for that is because the rates are high still, right? Maybe 7 years down the line, you go ahead and refinance. You don't technically have to stay with a 50-year mortgage forever. It's just the way to get in.
So you
just
feel like it's a good barrier to entry
for depending your situation. So for instance, FHA, some people will never purchase. They don't like to purchase with FHA. But at the time in 2016, when I was just graduating college and just getting a corporate job, FHA was all I could afford. I didn't have 20%. Let's just be real. I was 25 years old. I didn't have 20% down payment at the time.
Sure.
So the 3.5% down payment, credit score was lower. It was the perfect entryway. And then as my situation and life circumstances got better, I was able to refi. So if you want to own real estate and you're trying to figure out how, yes, it can be a great entryway with a 50-year mortgage. Now, if you're holding on to it for 50 years, yes, it doesn't seem right. But
I think on the other side of that 50-year mortgage, though, that people are going to need education on, because if it is what you're saying, which it is, it's going to be an easier way to get into a home. But the issue is it's going to keep you trapped in that home because over 5 years, you're not paying any equity down. You're not paying any principal. So I think it is for folks that potentially have, maybe there's a doctor or a lawyer, they're going to have a higher paying job in the future and they know that income is going to be coming. But I would hate to see, a lot of Americans get trapped into that.
For sure.
And then they're trying to sell in 5 years and really they've only paid $5,000 of principal and, 90% has gone to interest, which typically the American family lives in their house now 5 to 7 years. So
it's timing
changed.
Yeah, and timing. Because if you were to do that, if you bought your house in 2019, 2020 with that 20-year or 50-year mortgage, you gained instant equity within those first 4 years.
Sure.
So, but if you are buying a house, let's say you bought your house on the 2022, 2023, when the rates increased and prices kind of went stagnant or declined in some states, you would have been, and you had to sell, you had to move. Yes, you would be in a tough situation. You probably have to rent it or whatever that case may be.
Yeah.
And if you did rent, though, again, I was always taught you never pay off your home. You either sell it or have someone else pay it off. Meaning, the house we bought in 2016, it is a rental property. I'm not going to pay this mortgage off. Someone else will.
So that leads us to a good question. Rent versus own. That is a huge question. It's all over social media. You have these guys saying, don't ever buy your house. Grant Cardone, he's done some,
Who owns homes. But,
they're preaching for you not to rent. It says or not to purchase a home. It traps you and all these other things. And I don't agree with it. I think that's the biggest bunch of bull. Yeah. What's your opinion?
Real estate, and I posted it the other day, is real estate is the new gold. I think it's 393 trillion, or real estate is worth about $393 trillion right now worldwide. That's more higher price than what you got, stocks, bonds, and gold. It's the largest value right now. So why would you not own something that all the benefits come with it? Depreciation, write-off, all those different write-offs, and then you gain an asset over time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The people I know, their fastest way to wealth is real estate.
Agreed.
I think majority, even the people that have these jobs that pay high, whether they're a lawyer or doctor, most of them own real estate.
Yeah.
So I can get why a Grant Cardone doesn't want you to buy homes
Yep.
because he also has a portfolio
Yeah. He
that he
wants
needs you
you
to rent.
to rent his homes. Yeah.
Right. I, you know, if I wasn't a realtor or a broker or anything like that, I would probably say, yeah, rent because I need you to rent my home. But
Absolutely.
let's just be real. You need to own real estate.
I agree.
Now, is it okay? And this is where it goes back to everyone's circumstance isn't or situation isn't the same. If you know, obviously if you can't afford or like right now you can't get into a house, it's okay at this current time, but align yourself and align, you know, your credit, your savings and everything to put you in situate or to put you in the uh to put you there to be able to purchase a home.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing. People need to have a mindset shift to work towards creating freedom. And that may be some people are striving for financial freedom. Some people are striving for all different types of things, but owning real estate creates a path to freedom. I mean, like you said, it's the number one wealth builder over time. The money works for you while you sleep. You know, so whether you're paying the rent, the biggest thing is no matter what, you're paying some rent or
For sure.
mortgage. So either you're paying your own mortgage or you're paying somebody else's mortgage. So it's like, whose do you choose? Do you create that wealth for yourself, or you just help somebody else create wealth?
Right, right. And I mean, if you're military, it can be tough, you know,
Yeah,
moving from state to state. But I would say right now, if you're in Texas or Florida, uh, it's a perfect time to buy right now
yeah,
while the market's down, but yet you got so many people moving here. Buy it while it's down. Don't wait to when it's too late. Everything's high. You know what I mean? So, uh, and I think right now the overall market is down 23%.
yeah,
That's not all states, but it's in your states, Texas,
yeah.
Florida.
I haven't. The market has been very unprecedented for the last couple of years, especially the last 2 years. But there's so many opportunities right now, and kind of what you were saying about the 50-year mortgage. One thing that I heavily believe is you have to find solutions and create strategies to win. Like in this market right now, there's incredible opportunity. So much opportunity to go out and find deals. There's so much inventory from the DR Hortons, these large builders. Like
Mhm.
there's deals to be made right now for anyone that is interested in building, a portfolio. Now's the time to go out and hunt, go buy and find deals. So many times people look at a price on a house too, and they're just like, oh, this is out of my budget. It's not. You need to get with your agent. Y'all get creative and make it work. I mean, there's so much opportunity right now.
And that's the thing. You got to find someone that understands the market and can be
Yes.
creative.
Yes.
You don't need a robot for an agent, for a broker, for whatever, CPA or anything. Find someone that
Exactly.
can get creative and knows the market where you live at.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned something too with a CPA. I've heard so many friends, ask for a referral on, who are using because they go to their CPA and it's the same checklist items and okay, you owe this, Mr. Smith,
Mhm.
or all right, your return is $1,000. But if your CPA is not challenging you, giving you new creative strategies, giving you new ideas, you need to go find somewhere else. If your, financial advisor is not giving you new strategies and your real estate agent is not giving you investment opportunities or educating you on things, like you need to be looking somewhere else. And I think that's holistically across the board. I think everyone, when the economy is good, everyone gets complacent, they get comfortable. They know you're coming. Everyone knows you're going to spend some money. But, if you look now, there's a record high number of businesses that are closing. And if you look, I mean, people just got complacent. Service went down, standards went down,
Yeah.
quality went down.
Mhm.
Now the market is correcting itself. If you're not performing at the top, you're getting washed out.
For sure. For sure. And What better place to purchase in San Antonio than downtown?
Yeah. So, question: why do you feel, even though San Antonio has seen a little bit of a drop, why is it still a great place to move? Why is the economy still growing here?
Well, San Antonio is a major city, but it's still small, right? So, for instance, we just got the new stadium, which we'll talk about, or approval for the new stadium. Uh, you have what? What do we have? What we top 7, top 8 in the nation, largest city.
I think we're top 10. I'm not too sure which number it
So
is.
so with that, you got military constantly moving in. That's that San Antonio is a military town.
Yes.
You have businesses that are coming, uh, if not in San Antonio, around the outskirts of
Yep.
San Antonio. Uh, you can follow certain things like the Lamborghini dealership that we talked about. They don't go where there's no money.
Mm-hmm.
So the money is here. And let's talking about a fall off or how the market's kind of going down a little bit. Our downturn in the market isn't like other
Oh,
cities. I
absolutely.
mean,
Yeah.
it's more of a correction.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like it's still affordable. And then because of there's still so much room for growth and we can see the growth happening, it's a good place to purchase. Purchase before it happens.
Yeah.
Don't wait. Just like Austin. If you were in Austin purchasing in 2012, 2013, 2014, 15, you are sitting on, like we said, gold right
Yeah.
now because the market.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple things too. I mean, if you follow the data, I mean, look at San Antonio's its growth. I mean, you have Joint Base SA here, which is the largest military installation in the country. You have, I mean, a slew of biotech. You've got a bunch of other companies that have came and made their home here.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you got to look at the the uh the growth plan. I mean, 1604 is under a uh massive upgrade, which is, thank the Lord, is kind of coming to an end. But our infrastructure has been silently building over the
Mm-hmm.
last couple of years. If you look at the growth on the northwest side, the northeast side, and now what we have really going northwest, south side, the tech port.
Yeah.
I mean, our city has been poised for growth,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's starting to unveil itself. So there, in my opinion, it's top 5 as far as growth places in the country right now, and a great place to park money as an investment in real estate.
Especially since most can't afford properties in San Antonio.
Mhm.
So if you look between not in San Antonio, Austin, most can't afford properties in Austin. If you look of the growth just between San Antonio and Austin alone, what used to be a desert as you drove from here to there,
Yeah.
there are you see so many commercial buildings, so many Perry homes, different builders along the highway, and just that little population map that they usually show based off from 2010 to now. By I think it's 2032, San Antonio and Austin are pretty much connected.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you think the train will ever happen?
I thought it was going to happen sooner than later when Elon kind of did his move to
Austin?
Austin because they talked about it.
Yeah.
The DART system between here and
Yeah.
and Austin, just kind of how like you have in Fort Worth and Dallas,
Mhm.
Dallas, Fort Worth, and the actual city of Dallas. I could see that happening here pretty soon.
Yeah.
I guess the one thing that kind of holds us back here in San Antonio is the airport system, which they are expanding.
Is under construction, absolutely.
So that
construction everywhere.
construction
Yeah.
everywhere.
I got a question for you. What do you think of the new Spurs facility? What's your thoughts on it? How do you feel about it?
That's why I said purchase downtown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for it. I definitely understand why they needed to move locations. Yes, everybody was promised whatever it was promised on that far east side Frost building that we currently have didn't happen, and that's because if you look at the area, it's not quite downtown.
Mhm.
But when you move it to downtown, where there's already infrastructure that already happened,
Yeah.
you had what's it, Urban Weston? They developed all of like East Houston Street and all of that downtown, where you have like the Rand building and that Frost Tower that was built. Uh, Everything is down there. So, for instance, if you go to what's a city that if you go to Chicago, if you go to Chicago and watch the Bulls, I think theirs is downtown, right? I know
It's
Dallas's
it's a
is.
little bit outside.
The Dallas Mavericks are. So after a game, typically, what do you want to go do? Do festivities that are close to the arena.
Mhm.
Walking, especially if you're paying for all that parking,
Mhm.
you want to be able to move accordingly. Well, where it was located before, you really had nowhere to go.
Absolutely.
They don't have to do much than
Yeah.
what they are proposed to be doing here soon. I'm for it. It's definitely going to be a staple in the city.
Yeah.
I mean, downtown already is growing. Like we said, the construction,
Yeah.
it's catching up.
I mean, it's more than just basketball. The Spurs bring our city pride, our identity, the spirit of the city.
For sure.
So having them right there in the center, they're the heartbeat of the city. It's huge. I mean, I think it's not only going to affect all the neighboring businesses, the real estate, it's going to be massive for the downtown economy. And something great that you just said is, if I'm traveling to San Antonio, I'm going downtown, I'm going to the Riverwalk, I'm going to the attractions. I'm not going to, drive far out to go to an arena. So now you have that cohesiveness all in one area. I think is going to be huge. And that's going to be a ripple effect, not just downtown. It's going to ripple, in those neighboring parts. And there's only so much land that can be developed in that area as it is.
It's already
There's
been
only
gentrified as well. I know people hate that word, but it's already been gentrified.
So it is a big economic impact to the entire city, not just the downtown area. So this is huge.
Do you think if if it didn't get approved, do you think the Spurs would have moved?
I'm not going to comment on that, but personally, I don't think that was an option that we would have let happen.
For sure. Well, I'll comment. I think we lost the Aces.
Yes. Yeah.
I know
Silver Stars.
Silver used to be the Silver Stars. Yeah. And I mean,
Becky Hammond.
look at the Spurs. Look what they're doing right now.
Yes.
So
shout out to Becky. She's doing her thing.
Aces, and then look at what the Spurs are doing right now. They're Wemby.
It's exciting. I mean, it feels like Tim and Tony and he's getting Manu. It's like, we got a whole new David. We got a whole new regime. Like it's
for sure.
The energy's back in the arena. I mean, you see people wearing Spurs jerseys again. Like this is exciting.
I'm a Spurs fan. Like I told you on the last part, I wasn't a Spurs fan when they were good.
Yeah.
I ended up being a Spurs fan when they weren't good anymore. Yeah. And then now to be able to, constantly say, "Hey, I'm a Spurs fan."
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'm all for it. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
I love what the Spurs culture has always built. They've never been, I grew up a Lakers fan. My family's from LA, but Spurs have always done it like a small market team. They always brought in, the Manu Ginobilis. Like they would find the
gems.
They would find the gems. They bring in these guys. Like some of my favorite players weren't even like, the huge athletes but the Spurs would like go find like the freaking hidden talent and like, they go bring in the Ginobilis, the Parkers. I mean, the list goes on.
They were kind of ahead of the curve.
I mean,
bringing in the overseas.
Kawhi.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got guys that came in and just like fit the
culture.
Yes. And it's like, I feel like the Spurs operate like a business, like it's not the CEO that's making the company. It's bringing in the guy that can go run the factory at the most optimal rate and consistently do it. The Spurs find that like operational gold. Like
they're great at developing talent. So, for instance, you take Kawhi, who came into the league. He could play defense already. That's what he could do in college. But he wasn't a bucket getter.
Yeah.
He couldn't even shoot.
Yeah.
And they helped develop that.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like even with our brokerage, we were talking about the other day, of course you want your heavy hitters, but you want the ones that are just willing to work hard.
Yeah.
Because hard work to me beats talent at the end.
Yeah.
If you take someone that started off with hard work,
yeah,
they're going to do something good. It's going to turn you into that championship team.
That is the key. I think culture has started to shift. The last 10 years, it was all this motivational hype culture. Now, I think people are starting to really understand, like, if I want to build something great with my life, if I want to build anything great with my career, it is that slow, consistent grind that puts me in a place where I want to be. I think that's something that kind of ties into this city. I think why San Antonio is thriving right now is because people have shifted from this culture of, where they want to be in this, convenient city where, say you mentioned like Chicago or these bigger cities, everything's convenient. There's much more to do. But I think culture has now shifted to where people want peace, they want comfort, and they want space. And San Antonio provides that.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, the state of Texas just in general. You have Dallas. Houston is moved away from that. It kind of, Houston is your LA, New York, Atlanta.
Yeah, top five largest cities in the country.
But living in San Antonio, that's a 3-hour drive. I mean, I prefer to live here and just drive there or fly there, whatever it is. It's a great place to be. I mean, if you're single and you're looking to be in the club scene and things like that, it's not quite there. I mean, I don't know because I don't go to the club, but I don't think it's there like your other cities, your Houston and Dallas. But if you have a family, for sure, it's definitely that place to be.
Good stuff, Mr. Daly. So we want to let y'all know we got a special guest coming to you on our next episode. So tune in for that. We want to thank you all for spending some time with us. We know you guys got a lot going on, but make sure you tune in while you're on your car rides, cooking dinner, cutting the grass, hitting the gym. We look forward to connecting with all of you guys.
And we'll catch you on the next episode.